Hi. Today I want to talk about addictions. Um, Addictions comes in many different forms and many different types. The most common is alcohol addiction, um, cocaine addiction, strict drugs addiction. But addictions also come in sex addiction. You might also have shopping addiction, exercise, overeating, and a variety of different addictions. They all have a very similar root. They all go to the same roots. It goes down, but then they all go to one core main root, and then they kind of sprout to different. They sprout like that to um, different addictions. Now, addictions have a purpose, and the purpose of the addiction is to help the individual to numb his or her emotions. Now, I believe that addictions need to be treated by by a licensed mental health provider to help the patient to understand the dynamics of the particular addiction. Also, to able to understand how the addiction is affecting other relationships in his or her life, how the addiction is affecting the inner or the personal relationship with oneself, how the addiction is cutting out an emotional connections with the people that we care, the people we love, and how the addiction, if it's not treated, continues to grow and continues to affect other areas of our life. It's going to be affecting our personal and most close, intimate relationships with family and friends, but then it's going to start spreading into a professional life, a social networking life, and it's going to affect the relationships that we have with everybody. Now, in my mind, addictions need to be treated with the 12 steps and any modality that they might have for that particular addiction, in addition with some psychotherapy, and also it could be treated with psychotherapy and pharmacology, meaning psychotropic medications. Now, some therapists might have their own idea and their own perception of how needs to be treated. But for me, it could be treated with 12 steps, which is a behavioral modification application, and with psychotherapy of any modality, cognitive behavioral, narrative, you name it. So now, in some cases, using pharmacology, it's recommended. It's case by case. Now, the importance of treating a patient with any addiction is that when you remove the addiction, you replace something healthy. You cannot just remove the addiction without replacing it with something healthy, because then the individual will have what I call a psychological void. You have this psychological space where the addiction used to be. Now, when you remove it, you have this psychological space and it's empty, then the individual doesn't know how to deal with it, and they will relapse, or they will jump from alcohol addiction into cocaine addiction, or alcohol addiction into sex addiction, or food addiction, or shopping addiction. So they will jump from one addiction to another one. So wow. And I think what is important is the individual understand the dynamics, and the individual learns about to incorporate healthy replacements for that addiction, and that the individual is able to educate his or her loved ones about the addictions and the importance of paying attention to oneself first. And it doesn't means that you are cutting people out from your life, but at this point you need to concentrate all your energy and all your time about how to reveal, how to restructure oneself all those dynamics needs to happen with the assistance of a licensed mental health provider, or in any variety. We have many different types of licensed mental health providers. And the addiction is not an issue of willpower. It's for my book, it's a mental disorder that needs to be treated by a mental health provider. And I hope if you have someone in your life who is dealing with addictions, or if you know of someone, a friend, a relative that is dealing with addictions, you do not judge them with the idea that addiction is only a willpower issue, but you recommend to this individual to go and see a licensed mental health provider to help them with the treatment that will remove the addiction and will replace the addiction with something healthy, and they will learn a new way of living. So this is all for today. I don't want to take much of your time. It's already about 6 minutes. So I will bring another topic tomorrow. And until then, be blessed, be good, and love yourself. Bye-bye.